Hello, and welcome back to Legends of Amberland, the Forgotten Crown. So, you'll notice a slightly different party, or at least a different face here. Accidentally saved over my Let's Play save, so just re-rolled everybody. Ended up deciding I liked this face better for Nice, and also checked the spelling of the character's name. I went through the old D&D character sheets, and I had left out the second E. So, anyhow. But, yeah. Let's go. As you can see, like, right off the bat, it's a grid-based thing, just like Might and Magic. And we start just outside of town. I'm not going to bother going in there yet, but what I am going to do is get a bit of magic going. And this spell right here is one of the reasons why I start with the Battle Mage, or the Battlesmith, rather. This Sharpness. It's a straight-up 10% damage bonus, which is pretty awesome. So we get that going. It gives us the little beanie thing there. And then the other one I'm going to be wanting to cast... Oh, I can't yet. I could cast Inspiration. Might do Regen, though. So I think that's the only other spell that I can get up right now. I need to go up a couple levels. So the way that this works is every spell has an arcane requirement, and your arcane skill is based on your level and your knowledge stat. And so in the case of Inspiration, I need 25 arcane. I'm currently at 13. So I'm going to need to get the arcane going up sooner rather than later with him, and then likewise here with Magic Shield, which is another great spell to keep up most of the time. It requires 50 arcane, and currently I'm at 35. And eventually Nice will be able to cast it as well, but it's going to take her a while to get up there, because just not as good a spellcaster. So for right now at least, Helmuth is kind of useless. He's a pretty mediocre fighter, and realistically, the big beanie he gets you is Inspiration, and then eventually Cure, healing magic as well. Renar, very useful for the Sharpness, and the Spark, and some of his other damage spells aren't terrible either, but for the most part, he's better at hitting things. Anyhow, let's do some combat. I guess one other thing I'll show you too before we get going. Everything, like there's the hotkeys that it lists here, but everything is also, under options here, completely rebindable, and I have. I've rebound a number of the keys. So C is for casting spells, F is attack, R just repeats the last action that character did, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, let's return to the game and fight some goblins. And for Gandora here, for the most part, we just always cast Magic Arrow with her, because instead of attacking, because it only costs 1 spell point, and it does reasonable damage, as opposed to her hitting things with a stick or whatever it is that she has. But for now, at least, we're just going to kill ourselves some goblins. And I'm going to avoid the caves for now, at least. Ideally, I would like to get a level just by fighting on the overworld here first. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to use a little bit of Nice's magic here to cast an Elven Song, just to get some hit points back. So it is kind of nice, like even right now she can still sort of work as a little bit of an off healer and save Alandra's spell points for when I actually need them. If we look at our characters now, still need a few more XP to level. But I think I might have cleared it out, so we're actually going to go up into this cavern up here first, which is just chock full of goblins. One other nice thing too, and I'll show you once I get back out, but if under info here, They've also got little Corax notes, which is something kind of nice. I really like this in Might Magic 3, even though I was bad at remembering to read them, and I'm sure I will do the same again. But let's do a mass heal. Ooh, Malness is getting clobbered here. So let's just do a regular... we'll do a Elven Touch. Position... Oh, maybe that was a poor roll. It is all... it gives you a range. So we'll give a proper heal in, get her health right back up to where it should be. She is squishy. That's the downside to the Mage Knights. Ooh, ooh. And with this many guys, do I want to use a fireball? Sure, let's use a fireball. Switch back to Magic Arrow, and we are going to... yeah, we'll just do a quick mass heal here, just to top up the front line. Regular heal on Helmuth to, or not on Helmuth, on Septimus rather, to get his health back up, and get Katrina back up. Check out the chest. We got a silver small shield. So yeah, I mean, as you start going up in levels, you get some really neat gear and stuff like that. So kind of right off the bat here, I think I'm going to do the silver small shield there and give the elven small shield to Renar. The willpower bonus is really helpful for him because mana points are a problem for the battlesmith. Dwarves do not have the greatest of willpower. Should be able to just fight my way through this even though. Okay, we got another chest for a Ring of Scholars, which is a knowledge bonus. And I might actually give that to Helmuth for now because I would really like him to get his arcane spell score up a bit more. Because Inspiration is a fantastic spell to just run like all the time. You'll see why once I actually get it cast. Well, my buffs have worn off, so that's probably a sign since I'm basically out of spell points and all that sort of stuff. Do Elven Touch on yourself. Could also, the other night, I just don't remember if there's anything else in here. I think I've cleared it, though. It's one of the things that I quite like about this is the dungeons are pretty small. Like, if we look at the map here, that's it. Just a tiny little dungeon, a couple of goblins to kill, and a pair of treasure chests. And so you can fly through them pretty quick. I've actually been, I can't remember if I mentioned this in the first episode, but that I've been playing my first game of this that I've been playing on normal. I've been playing with my daughter, who's 3, and she loves it. And one of the cool things is the length of it takes me to play through the dungeons is about the length of her attention span. So we go through and run through a dungeon, and then we go off and do something else, and it's great fun. But anyhow, I should definitely be, yeah, everybody's totally ready to level. So let's hop in here. And this is town. I guess we haven't been here yet, but this is our town. And, oh, interesting. I guess I must have didn't rest or anything like that, I don't think. But evidently I'm a little bit low on food. We'll get to resting in a moment. But for now, at least, let's take a quick tour of the town. We are in Timberburg, so check out the town hall. Thargold, Mayor of Timberberg. Welcome, travelers, to our small town. There's not much going on here. It's much safer here than in the south with all those ogres. So, if you ever get tired of adventures, I recommend you settle in our peaceful town. Nice. We've also got an inn where we can replenish food. We can deposit items here. Also rest. It still consumes our food though, which we're not going to bother doing right now. We're going to train instead. But we've also got a couple NPCs to talk to. So, random hero. Visit the Great Library to find a way to enter the Enchanted Forest. At least that's what my grandma kept telling me when I was young. I have no idea why I would want to go to some enchanted forest. Do I look like a lumberjack? I could never understand my grandma. This fellow here, impoverished fur trader. This is bad. Many master craftsmen who were providing items for shops in the land were kidnapped by monsters or bandits. Now only the basic wares can be bought. Unless someone frees them, the economy will collapse. Unfortunately, we can't count on the Royal Knights. Not now when there's a big ogre invasion going on. So this whole craftsman thing, I'll come back to that in a second, but this is another really neat mechanic because all of the shops are identical. Doesn't matter what town you go to, the shops are the same. But what you do is the shops get better as you find these master craftsmen like trapped in dungeons. And so you release them and then the gear gets better. They get more cooler stuff to buy. So that's neat. And this last guy here is a traveler. I wanted to comfortably continue on my journey via the Griffin Riders transport service, but some ruffians have kidnapped the Griffin Riders guildmaster. Service is not available until they free him. This totally wrecks my travel plans. Okay, so the Griffin Riders are the Griffin is your fast travel system, and it is I would argue almost too generous, but it's very convenient. And yeah, so that's the inn. Come to the trainer last, but we'll check out the shop first. So as you can see right now, at least it just sells really basic gear. The nice thing is a lot of the stuff here is actually worth buying. The cloaks of protection are fantastic. You basically get 2 armor rolls, and whichever one is better, you use. You've also got these paralysis and confusion protection. Status effects in this game will mess you up, so prepping for that is important. Like this knight's gear protects you against fear, which is kind of the first of the status effects that really become relevant, I think. Confusion as well. Girdle of Strength gives you +5 strength, and the Firebird helmet gives you armor and protection from confusion. Or fire resistance and protection from confusion. I think in the last episode I also mentioned all the encumbrance things, where the different types of gear have different levels of encumbrance. So you tootle around with a mace or an axe and it weighs a little bit more than a short sword, but the shields and stuff like that increase or decrease or have varying encumbrance levels, all sorts of stuff like that. Nothing worth buying here right now though. The cloaks of protection are great, but I only have 600 gold. The girdle of strength is great, but again I only have 600 gold. And then as we go through, I'm going to definitely be picking some of the other gear up. The magic shop is interesting as well. For this, you need crystals, and crystals you find in wizard towers. If you hover over it here, crystals are found in caves and magic towers used as currency in magic shops. There's some cool stuff here. Like the cloaks of displacement gives you a 1 out of 3 chance that the enemy's attack just misses. Straight up misses. Lots of different elemental resistance gear. The mithril helmets are fantastic. They only weigh 2 but give you 4 armor. You compare that to like a regular helmet, which weighs, where did it go? Weighs 4 but gives you 2 armor. But these crystals are definitely a premium. You don't get a ton of them. So, and some of these things, like the Girdle of Carrying, which just straight up increases your encumbrance, is 120 crystals. This that gives you all the resistances, 120 crystals. So, yeah, they're definitely a premium. But yeah, so the healer kind of speaks for itself. You can get these elixirs, which is stat boosts. You'll pick them up as you go, and then you can divvy them out to your good dudes. Healing, cleansing, restoration, you know, all that sort of stuff that you kind of expect from a healer. And then the trainer. So just like Might and Magic, it does cost you money to train. Does not cost you time, however. And it completely restores your health and mana and all that good stuff. So train everybody up. Not much excitement at level 2. You just kind of get more hit points and spell points and stuff like that. But let's see if... Yeah, still can't do the inspiration. We're going to need a little bit more, a few more levels before that becomes a thing. So let's go, and we got another tunnel here, or another cave here to potentially clear. So we'll get our sharpness going again, and let's go in here. And actually, I'm just going to turn down the music real quick here, or the volume in general. Try that. But yeah, so we got another little dungeon here. This one is a tiny dungeon inhabited by goblins. So let's go check it out. We got these locked grates that there's probably some mechanism somewhere that opens it. So let's go exploring. Got a door here and a goblin. I was going to say somebody has to hit him. Oh, and there's a lever. So to activate stuff, you just walk into it and it'll flip the switch or do whatever. Got some ogre leather armor. Let's check that. Check that out. So poison resistance, but it weighs more than the regular leather armor, so I think I'm just going to leave it as is for now. We got this door open now. With a goblin. And another lever. Okay, so a silver small shield and an enchanted blade. I might actually do the enchanted blade onto Helmuth, again trying to get his arcane bonus up as high as I can. I'm up to 15 now with a goal of getting to 25. So that's good. And we got another little bit to explore in here. Oh, we got a goblin fighter. The other cool thing is whichever monster you have selected, you click on monsters, and it gives you their level, tells you their hit points, the damage range, all that sort of stuff. Or you can also check out the goblins, so lower level. And just in case, I'm gonna... zap some goblins. Bring up apprentices. That's willpower. I might actually give that to Alandra because your healing factor, just like in the Might and or your limiting factor, and when you have to go and rest, is always limited by your magic points. And typically, you're more limited by your healer than anything else, which is one of the other reasons why I really like the Troubadour and the Bard, is because they're really quite good off healers. And speaking of healing, I should probably do a quick heal on Septimus there. So, looks like I've pretty much cleared this dungeon now. Okay, Can anybody level up? Nope, doesn't look like it. They're probably getting pretty close. I think I have now cleared the small dungeon. Nice. So I can pop back out this way. And back out we go. I do really like the auto mapping in this as well. So if we continue exploring, we got a little hut here we can visit. Gordon, the hunter. Beware the swamps. The snakes are tougher than they look, not to mention venomous. Also, don't make light of the troll guarding the bridge. You might want to rent a boat from the fishermen instead. That would be the safest route to the royal castle to the south. Thank you, sir, because yes, these snakes will mess you up, and that troll will also mess you up. Pretty good. But in the background there, you can actually see the castle. So let's go see if we can rent that boat by chatting to this fisherman here. Fisherman, want to buy my boat? It's literally the deal of a lifetime, because otherwise you will die by the hands of the troll upon trying to cross the bridge. Buy the boat for 100 gold. And now we have a little canoe. And so we can putz around here and fight some more goblins. Get some more XP. Ooh. I think Septimus just one-shot that goblin. You'll see there's two different types of water here. There's this pale blue and the darker blue. The pale blue can be accessed with these canoes. The dark blue is if you are you need a ship, which you do get eventually. But let's see, can I level? No, I need a little bit more XP, and I think I want to try and get that before I tackle this dungeon. Because that dungeon's on the tougher side, at least compared to goblins. So let's kill ourselves a few more goblins. And maybe we will go and check out... Maybe I will. Okay, so... You know, before I do this... Still can't level, I don't think. No. Not even the humans. You can see, though, here the difference in XP requirements. So Katrina needs 59 to level up, whereas Renar's at 74 and Gendor's at 91. Not a huge deal at low levels, but it becomes a bigger deal. That said, my buffs have worn off, so I think I might actually rest before going in here. The cool thing is, too, is there's two different types of resting. There's quick rests, which takes 4 hours and restores half your HP. And then there's full rests, which fully restores everything and takes 8 hours. This is the only way to get mana points back, other than when you level up. So, because I'm interested in getting that sharpness buff off again, I'm going to do a full rest. And now, because it's hour 23, and buffs always reset at hour 0, I'm just going to waste a little bit of time there. So, let's do our... where is it? Not from you. We want sharpness. And actually, just so I don't accidentally cast a fireball when I don't need to, I'm going to switch back to the lightning, or the magic arrow. Okay, so these are first enemies that aren't goblins. We have a bandit. So let's check him out. He's level 3, has 110 hit points, an armor of 5, and does 10 to 20 damage. These guys are definitely on the tougher side. But entirely manageable still. It can be a problem in packs, though. Big hit on Septimus there. So let's sort that out. Ooh, don't take down... Oh, nice, please. Now let's get you a fireball. That'll take at least one of you out. And we want to get that heal going. Yeah, and they will move up and continue to attack, so something to be aware of. Actually going to do a Power Fist. So Power Fist is a very swingy spell. It'll do 4 to 120 damage. Actually, how many hit points does he have left? 90, so let's do it. Power Fist costs more mana, but 1 hit point. Thanks, bud. Got him. Okay. We got one more bandit here. Big hit there, and I totally did not mean to attack with Gandora. Now we should be able to do just a magic arrow. At this point, I suspect, yeah, can everybody level? Yes, everybody can level. Let's go hit level 3 before we keep mucking about in here. So pop into the trainer, train everybody. Okay, and we got our first free attribute point. So in the case of this, I'm actually going to give the knowledge to... give Gandora the knowledge. The other nice thing too is you can always reset your attributes and it doesn't cost anything. So you can't reset the ones that you picked at character creation, but anything after that you can totally reset without any worries. Give you the willpower. Train you up. Let's get you a little bit of knowledge. Train you up. Let's bump up your toughness some more. Train you up. Get your toughness up a little bit. Train you, and what do I want? I think I want knowledge. I want to get that. You are going to get willpower again because you burn through spell points like nobody's business. Replenish our food, and I could rest, like she's down 5. This is just because when you increase their attributes, it doesn't give them the bonus. But let's see if we can get... Okay, so we can get Magic Shield up now, which is nice. +3 armor is helpful. And we can get Inspiration up. We got Arcane of 26 now, so that is excellent. And we're at hour 4. But we're also pretty much at the 30-minute mark, so I might actually put a cut in here and then go back in with my buffs active and let's see if I can get a bit further into the rogue's hideout. Oh, but before I go, because otherwise I will forget, let's read the notes for the Western Territories. A civilized area ruled by human kings. The current ruler is King Godric, who resides in the royal castle near the city of Thorncrest. This area is relatively safe since the royal knights took care of the biggest monsters. Still, smaller ones get through, not to mention bandits and other villains. There are 2 cities in the area, Timberburg in the north, which is a small town specializing in providing timber, and Thorncrest near the coastline, which acts as a local center of trade. The southern border of the territory is secured by Old Rock Castle. In addition, the domain of King Godric extends to a nearby small island with Watchdog Castle, protecting sea routes. This area also houses the Great Library, the biggest place of knowledge dedicated to preserving old tomes. The Great Library is considered extraterritorial, and as such is protected by both the King and the Wizards' Council. Anyhow, yeah, we're going to put a cut in here, and I will catch you in the next episode as we try to take out the thieves.